Hi everybody, hi Itamar.
Hey.
Today we're going to talk about the Showtime show Billions, right? With two main characters, one a district attorney, New York district attorney, and a hedge fund Wall Street billionaire going head to head.
In a clash of cacks. So it's basically like a mafia story in the sense that Wall Street acts as like this group of people that take care of their own, and there are a lot of conflicts between the laws and the rule of law and the fair game and stuff like that.
It's like Sopranos on Wall Street.
Or even like Narcos, like there is the sovereign state,
Right.
run by the rule of law and whatever, and the
Institutions.
and against them there's like this group of people that has their own laws and own rules, and they have money, a lot of money, of course, and they can buy influence and muscle and stuff like that.
And the set of values as depicted in the show of a hedge fund manager and all the traders, that's like, I don't know, just money.
They're like a race of aliens from Deep Space Nine, from Star Trek universe. They're called the Ferengis.
I think they prefer to be called Jews.
They have this society based on profit.
Okay.
They're supposed to be like a parody on the Wall Street people, you know.
Okay.
Profit is the most important. When you go to heaven, you have this big bank or something like that. Like just Scrooge McDuck palace or something like that.
But on the other hand, the show is about money, but it's mainly about power. Who holds the power? Does the institution hold the power, the legal institution, the sovereign state, or the moneyed interests? And this is a topic that is very relevant today. So it's not a coincidence that a show about Wall Street was made like this one today, because these are populist times, not only in the US, everywhere. Like we all have our own 1% and the 99% and the clash that comes with it, politically, you know, like the well-connected, the donors. And this show caters to people who really believe and see that Wall Street's business model is basically fraud. This is what it is in the show. They're all criminals. They're not making their money in a fair way. They made a point to portray all this Axe Capital by Bobby Axelrod as like the last days of Pompeii, like they're all super rich and they have all their money and all their privileges, while the 99% is suffering. So that was like, I don't know, they did like a fuck you to us regular folks.
Chuck Rhodes, the DA,
Paul Giamatti,
he made his mission to stop today's modern robber barons. And this is the way he sees his role.
Right.
But
he's on a mission.
He's on a mission. But you can say that it's also like a battle, like a civil war between the 1%ers, because the government is also a part of the 1%, especially Chuck Rhodes. Like he's born of privilege to the right family, like old money, the aristocracy of New York, you know.
And his father has a lot of expectations of him to become a politician, a senator, a governor, whatever. His father wanted to be one. His father basically reflects something inside him, that he craves power, but he has these other ideals. And on the other hand, Bobby Axelrod, when we first met him, he's like the nicest billionaire you can ever meet. He helps this pizza guy. So he's not like a regular nouveau riche.
He likes Metallica. That's like an interesting twist, because Metallica also has this story from rags to riches, you know. Like
to commercialization later.
Exactly, anti-establishment, Rage Against the Machine, sort of, and but then commercialize, and then to be like to complete the circle.
And then attack Napster.
Exactly, and attack the rebels or whatever.
And we can more easily identify with Axe because of the way he grew up, a guy that is super smart and used his skills and managed to make something of himself. And in contrast to that, Chuck Rhodes, he grew up with a dickish father. I can relate to that. But when you grow up with money, you are less relatable. So they're playing off, like who do you relate with, like for the entire season?
Exactly, and the way they introduce Paul Giamatti, Chuck Rhodes is in a sex scene.
Not a regular
sex scene, like a pervert. I have no problem with that, you know. Everyone can do whatever he wants, he or she. Even though he's supposed to represent us, you know, the people who watch him, He's more distant.
He's deviant.
And yeah, he's deviant, he's distant, he's like, you know.
Also, I love Paul Giamatti, but he's not like a handsome individual.
Exactly.
And the actor that plays Bobby Axelrod, no homo, but he's like super hot, incredibly hot. So throughout the first season, there's this tension that you think, okay, is this the good guy? Is this the bad guy? Because you can relate to Axe, and he does some good. And Chuck Rhodes, Giamatti, he doesn't follow the rules. He breaks a lot of rules, like in his investigation of Axelrod, and there's a lot of ego at play. They're trying to cut a deal, and basically Chuck Rhodes does what he can to derail the deal. So is he really working like on the best interest of the people, or is he thinking of himself? But at the end of the show, at the last few episodes of the season, like they tell us no. Axelrod is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Chuck Rhodes is the good guy. So how do they do that?
For his own interest, he's betraying his good friend.
A good friend.
Yeah, lying to him, make him sacrifice himself, basically, even though he can extend his life.
Yeah, he's like has cancer or something.
Yeah. So that's like really bad, and you discover that.
Right.
And then in like the final episode or something like that.
Final scene.
The final scene. There's like this showdown.
Cockfight.
Yeah, like Batman versus Superman, the government against Wall Street, the people
entrepreneurs,
against the 1%, and
the
stuff
job
like that.
creators.
And it's like I really liked this scene. You know, it's like a cockfight, but like everyone, I don't know, at least in this conversation, it kind of believes his own hype. Like Axelrod is like freedom and opportunity and
I create jobs. What do you create? You don't create anything.
We're the Atlas shrugged, you know. We're the Atlas people. We carry you. And Paul Giamatti is like, spare me the Iron Rand bullshit. You're a thief.
This is like a line from the show. So he doesn't even argue with him. You're a sociopath. There's this when Axe realizes that he's under investigation and there's going to be an indictment or something. He stands on a table or something and he gives this speech. And he says, we are the Americans in Pearl Harbor. They are the Japanese attacking us. The U.S. government is the Japanese attacking Axe. He is America.
What came next was a victory that left us as the most powerful nation on earth. Fuck yeah!
This shows you like the mafia part, the mafia thing of this story, because that basically this speech gives you a glimpse to their thinking. Of us against them. And who are them? Them is the sovereign state of law and fair play and fair free market and stuff like that.
And we are a family, a business crime family.
Yeah, and if you take care of your own, that's morality is taking care of your own, even on the expense of the other people.
And like in the mafia, no one snitches on Axe.
Yeah.
There's like, that's something that you do not do. And if you take one for the team, your family will be taken care of when you're in prison or after you're dead. So that's like straight up from mafia movies. So how do they turn this ideology of the free market and I'm gonna get mine into practice? They have a shrink inside the hedge fund.
Yeah.
And she happens to be Chuck Rhodes' wife, Wendy Rhodes, super brilliant actress and super brilliant person in the show. She's kind, she's good, and she's beautiful. I hate all these TV shows where you have an incredibly good-looking woman with a not-so-great-looking guy. It's never the other way around. Never the other way around.
Right.
So she needs to make them feel happy about themselves and what they're doing. If they're having second thoughts or remorse, that's not good for business.
They need to sleep well at night,
Right, so she needs basically to fix the part of them that makes money. And as the season went along, she has this conversation with Axe when he's not even remorseful about betraying his friend and he wants to fix that. She tells him, I cannot fix that part of you without fixing the part of you, without destroying the part of you that makes money. So she says, the show says that the part that makes money is the sociopathic part that doesn't care about anyone. So basically we realize at the end that she's an enabler. She's like Tony Soprano's shrink. She's not there to help, to really help people.
She's like an IT guy, like a mechanic. You know, your anger, bitterness, resentment, fear, anxiety, aggression, channel it to this place and make me some profits. Like maybe a hidden criticism about the role of psychology. How it basically, you can argue that psychology enables capitalism.
The free market.
The free market. Like maybe psychology stands in the way of social change because sociology is talking about the structures of society.
Right. Wall Street.
Wall Street, exactly.
Like,
classes, government,
right.
Race, etc., etc. So like these build structures of society, and psychology says no, you are important.
Oh, this is interesting because Wendy, this character, she's, I don't know, the most relatable character. She's a great wife. She's a great friend. You really admire her. But at the end, you can say maybe she's the worst character of them all because Axe, he has a part of him that is broken. Mm-hmm. This is why he's a sociopath. But she knows better. She's super smart. She's kind. Whatever. She wants to do good in the world. But she's doing the exact opposite. And at the end, even she blackmails Axe to get money. So
she's the capitalist of them all.
And in contrast to her, the traders in the show, they're the most unrelatable characters out there. They are like stupid animals, overgrown frat boys, like the sexist boys club, like everything that you hate, that's them.
Yeah.
And for them, social status is money, just money. If I have money, then everything is fine. Yeah. I don't need anything else.
Yeah. Social Darwinism kind of society,
Yep.
The survival of the strongest, not the fittest or something like that, like the strongest. But on the other side, it's not that you have like this, pure people that fight for justice and stuff like that. They see like this role, this job is like a stepping stone towards a higher office. So they're like politicians. They see like they want power as well, and they just use this platform to achieve the power. Right. And on the other hand, you have the social Darwinist guys that uses like the current system to achieve their power and privileges.
And besides all the attorneys, there are no real politicians like senators, local senators or whatever in the show. Yeah. Just attorneys. And on the other hand, the traders, they think so highly of themselves, but they don't make anything. They just tick, 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 move something from here to there.
No.
That's
it's like a computer game.
They're not making YouTube videos that people watch and enjoy.
We don't do that as well.
Okay, but if you enjoyed nonetheless our video, you should definitely click like and subscribe to get all our videos. And if you like our channel so much that you want to support us and help us make it for the long haul,
profit.
That would be really very much appreciated. There's a link in the description, or you can just go to patreon.com/GOT Academy. Right? Thanks everybody for watching. Bye. We'll see you next time.